to make sure everything is live. As I look at my dashboard, how does my frame rate look? Frame rate looks okay. Periscope. Twitch is acting funny. Twitch, you guys, I think I'm gonna have to good lord. Figures. Twitch. Let me turn it on and off. Hang on, y'all. So, yeah. It's your man Pearlie Q. Pearlie Q podcast. All right. Still here on the Court Boys Radio Show. Nothing's changed. Just, making some adjustments with the branding, specifically. All right. Turn Twitch on and off. Okay, now I think Twitch is good too. All right. Had to switch it on and off. I don't know if it updated my title. Anyway, what's going on? Episode 1. So yeah, episode 1 of the Pearlie Q podcast. Did I save? Let me see. So yeah, like I said, a little branding adjustment here. To address, some issues, moving forward. Again, this has all been in the works. Court Boys Radio Show, of course, is the umbrella. But within that, okay, we have... And so it was time, and again, it's time to start making things a little more clearer, right? When it comes to the content. So we can get the correct effect. We could get the message to the right people. That's all this is. So but again, you guys been watching me for a minute. So let me. Okay. So like I said, some slight adjustments here. Just some slight adjustments. Did I switch? Oh, you know what? I'm not in studio mode. Let me see. Here we go. Okay. That's it. As you can see, Pearlie Q podcast, on the bottom there. And yeah, like I said, moving forward, because we're about to, start doing this for real, y'all. When I say doing this, I mean, we have some advertising campaigns and, and as far as keywords and all that stuff. So that's why we have to, make the adjustments. And this has all been in the works, behind the scenes, but now letting you guys know what's going on. Hang on one second. Pizza in the oven is going on. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, episode 1, all right? Pearlie Q podcast. This is what we're doing moving forward, all right? Like I said, still Court Boys Radio Show. But as far as finding the specific, okay, that's and again, moving forward. I'm tired. Sorry. It's late. And maybe I should have a Modelo. I'm still drinking coffee here. It's not helping. All right, so Negrodamus predictions. What are you talking about, Pearlie? All right, this is what I'm talking about. So you see I keep seeing, and I'm sure you guys keep seeing, and sorry, forget about the screen there. I'm trying to, you know what, let me go back to full screen. My bad, y'all. Some fumbling around. All right, there we go. So yeah, all right. So everything is live. Why is... Open up my chat. We keep seeing, okay, with the pandemic, that's... They keep talking about cases. More cases, more cases, more cases. And you've been watching for a minute, people have already predicted that yes, the cases are going to continue to grow, right? And it's common sense that the more people you test, forget about the accuracy of this particular test we're talking about here. Is my mic on? Yes. All right. Before I start, forget about the accuracy. But regardless, okay, if you test more people, then the numbers are gonna go up. Cases. And that's what, again, if you're rocking with us, it's like they're talking about cases. More cases, record high. So today we hit a record high, apparently. And we'll get to the chat here. You see my chat window. Coronavirus latest, and my bad, I shouldn't be saying that because I'm gonna get flagged, but it's all good. Global cases near 43 million. U.S. cases hit record high again. Trials, the vax trials restart. The RBI chief test positive, whoever that is. Good Lord. So that's all they keep saying, all right? And what happens when these people test positive? All right, Trump tests positive. Tom Hanks, they all come out and say, yeah, we had it. Who else? I'm trying to think of a black celebrity. Did Malik Yoba say he had it? I think The Rock said he had it. I don't know. Somebody, help me out here. It doesn't matter. That's neither here nor there. The one thing to make sure... Jeff Christie. Chris Christie. His name's Chris, right? Former governor of New Jersey. He was on, Trump's administration now. I forgot what he does, but he tested positive, right? And what happens to them? They're fine, right? Okay. So, we just hit, U.S. adds more than 85,000 cases in one day. The new record. Bloomberg. This is Bloomberg, markets and finance. So I'm going to play this, and I haven't heard it yet, so I'm going to play it and see what they say here.
Say we're not focused, we're focused not on the pandemic. It maybe shocks some people that they'd say we're focused not on the pandemic so much, but the idea that we're going to deal with it. We're going to learn to live with it. The vice president now has been exposed, and so it obviously spreads. So much talk about surging cases in the U.S. What about deaths? Are they also surging? What about the fact that the president keeps saying we're doing a lot more testing? Of course, we're going to uncover more people who've been infected. What do you think is the most important part of that story?
So let me pause it right there. At least they're talking about the obvious, which is, what about fatalities, right? We're not hearing about fatalities. We're hearing about cases. Okay? And even if they're just, again, everybody, look, if you get tested, that's it. They're counting everybody, okay? So the more people, they're going to go into that positive column, all right? Just by, again, their own admission of what they're doing. Everybody, if you get tested, you're going into that positive column. Because if you test negative, guess what? You're going to test again. Again, all this silliness, like with the president, they've been making a big deal, and did he get tested again? For the next debate, is he going to test to make sure he's negative? What are you people talking about? Is my question. But again, let's just try and get through this. Just through 2 minutes, almost 3-minute video. Let's see what they're saying here with their charts and let's see what these people are saying.
The number of deaths and the number of hospitalizations follow the number of cases. It's absolutely true that we're finding more people who have the infection because we're doing more testing. So that is a true.
Yeah, they're finding more, but again, that's not true. They're finding people, again, this test, if you know anything about it, let me tell you again, this test that they're using was made to amplify, all right? To take a minute, amount of anything, and basically you can find if you do some research about, you can find basically, little fragments of anything in anybody, including cancer and, and deadly, diseases and viruses. You can find small amounts of just about anything. And what this test was designed to do, based on the creator, the inventor of the test, okay, a guy named Carey Mullis, my bad, I might be mispronouncing his name. He designed the test to be able to look and find whatever you wanted to look at and research. Basically, you can take a sample of anything and look in it, and then and find something that you wanted to expand on, right? So you can look at it and kind of research it. That's what it was for. It's not a diagnostic tool. The the creator of the test said this himself time and time again. He passed away 2019, by the way. Late 2019, I want to say. But he said himself, not a diagnostic test. But this is where they're getting all of these numbers from. Okay, do you guys see my mouse? Where's my mouse? How come you guys can't see it? So yeah, let's keep going. Because that's what kills me. They just keep saying, and nobody seems to mention that they're not again using this test correct. Well, they shouldn't be using it at all to diagnose people. But this is what they keep saying.
True statement, but it's not that we have more cases. It's just that we're aware of them, and we do know that the number of people who are going to be hospitalized and who are eventually going to die from this go up in proportion to the number of cases that we have. When you're looking at the daily death counts across the United States, we're seeing record numbers of increases. They're up 33% in Iowa, up
whatever, lady,
20% in Texas, up almost 20% in Virginia, up 17% in Montana. The numbers are not small when we're talking about deaths. They're not yet to those terrifying rates that we saw in the early days in New York City when everyone had no idea what to do. We didn't.
Again, even with the deaths, they're counting again, and you know this. Again, you guys, if you've been rocking with us, you know what they're doing. You know what they're doing with the numbers here. You know how they're lumping all these other people with comorbidities and other underlying causes of death, but they're counting it again. But the way they talk about it, see, they just they're talking about it like that's not what they're doing, and it's just strictly the virus. But if that was the case, why do you have all these why are you lumping all these other people in? Okay, it's amazing to me.
Didn't have enough PPE. They didn't know how to treat these patients. We're much better off in that circumstance, and it's spread across the entire country. You have to remember that. But the fact that this is happening in October.
What spread? What spread across the country? You know what spread? Again, in reality, you know what spread across the country? People, again, authorities doing the shutting down. Authorities doing, authorities spread, this idea of, shutting things down. That's what spread. That's what again, you guys let me know what you think. But that's for sure. We know that. It's a fact. That's what spread real quick. Across the country and across the globe is the response to this. That's the thing that spread. See, that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. My bad. Let me try and hurry up and get through this.
And they're expecting it to really peak in the coldest of the winter is a very bad sign.
And so the cold, and she almost Oh no, she didn't say dark winter. So that again, and Negrodamus predicted, but see, I didn't. That's not me. I didn't do that because guess what? It's common sense. Again, people have been saying this. Wait until flu season rolls around. And guess what? Guess what's going to happen? When the flu season rolls around, which it always does, which it has forever. What's changed between now and then? Nothing, other than now it's the convid. All right? It's the convid that's exploding. It's flu season. All right? That's it. So, do you want to talk about predictions? Yes. We already knew they were going to do this. They're going to wait till flu season rolls around. When people were saying, "Oh yeah, a couple months or whatever," no, that's what I mean. When it became clear of what was going on, it's like, no, it's not. They're not. They're not. It's not going to end because they have to. Again, they're going to. When flu season rolls around, there's going to be a spike. Again, the second, third wave, whatever the hell they're talking about. They gotta. That's what I mean. They're gonna wait. They're gonna do this. So, let me see here. Where's my? Like I said, I'll take a look at the chat here in a second.
Michelle, the second worst coronavirus-affected country is, of course, India. We've now got a number of high-profile public officials testing positive, including the governor of the RBI. What do we know?
Yeah, they're having the same experience that we are in the rest of the world. And what's happening there now is that it's well seeded across the entire country.
So what are they showing here? Like, what is this? They're operating on somebody. What the hell? What is this? And I don't know if you guys remember back in the beginning, like Italy and stuff. Again, mainstream media got caught, okay, being, again, misleading, to put it mildly, with this footage. Again, it's like showing like hospitals packed and all this stuff, when, in reality, and they were using like the same footage, and, they got caught, okay? Again, this was pointed out. But now, what is this? What are we looking at here? Everybody's in biohazard, and but they're operating. Why? Because why does this guy have a picture? Is that a picture of himself so you know who he is? I guess. I don't know what these people are doing. Oh, hang on, my bad.
So when you're seeing these increasing rates, you're seeing it from an already high level. So the risk to everybody across all levels of the government, of entertainment and arts, from the richest to the poorest, is in fact a significant issue. In some places, interestingly, in India, where some of these slums where people live very closely to each other, they're actually already starting to hit some pretty high levels of previous infection. So ironically, some areas of India might reach a herd immunity level that's going to start offering them some protection before some of the other places where there has been a little bit more control of the virus.
Anyway, it's just, let me know what you guys think. I'm like, and I'm sure, y'all need to just, it's enough. We've had enough. Okay? We've had enough of this. Let me get to the comments here.
All I want to say is that...
Let me get to the comments real quick. And actually, so that's the prediction, okay? Flu season's here, all right, on the East Coast and everywhere else. I'm in Arizona, so it's weird. Even Arizona, where at least, if you're in a higher elevations, you'll experience, lower temperatures. But down here in the in the valley of, this is what they call it, Valley of the Sun, the temperature doesn't go. We don't experience any cold weather down here, right? In the Phoenix area. So, but even they still we still have a flu season somehow. It's kind of strange. I never realized that. So I never thought about it until it's like, why do we have a flu season when it's like it's like 75 degrees? outside, right? I guess for us, 100, 75 from 110. I guess that's a big enough difference. Let me pull up the. Let me check in on the chat. Let me make sure. My bad. Make sure nobody's. Oh no. Oh, okay, everybody. I see a couple people, but no opinions on this. All right, but yeah, if you guys, especially if you're a business owner, I'm sure I don't have to. That's a question you don't have to ask. As far as the shutdown and everything, it's enough's enough. Enough's enough. You guys really, the authorities are really doing too much. So let's get to our next topic, which is Busta and T.I. I guess Busta Rhymes challenged T.I. to a versus battle, and T.I. refused based on basically his excuse was Busta Rhymes is kind of the generational or the time gap was a little like saying basically Busta was in a earlier generation. Basically Busta was too old, like like his fan base and T.I.'s fan base don't go. And I will say this, that argument, and we'll see Busta, he's going to tell you what he feels about it if you haven't seen it already. If you know anything about what's behind me here, these crates, Busta and T.I., listen, but Busta was cranking out hits. Him and T.I. were cranking out hits in the same in the 2000s, in the early 2000s for sure. That's no question. Did Busta start before T.I.? Sure, but he was still again, he's still relevant. They were contemporary at one point. T.I. came into So Busta Rhymes, let me play it because I did play a little bit of this. I heard a little bit of it. So again, this is Busta's response to T.I.'s excuse of why he doesn't want to do a versus battle with him.
Hey, yo, Tip, you my brother, and I love you very much, King. And I'm proud of you with your new album called Libra that you just put out. Shit is actually incredible body of work, King. I do want to say this, though, beloved. It's okay to let people know that you back down from this versus offer. It is okay. Ain't that right, Fuzzy, Mr. Connector? It's okay, right? Come on now, let's be honest. It's okay, Tip. You respectfully declined. I guess that's the fancy way to say that you turned down this versus battle. You want to talk about generational gap? That's a very respectful way of not saying that you don't really want to sit in the smoking section with me and that you actually just turned down the opportunity to do this versus battle with me. It's cool, Tip. You can say it, King of the South. You can say it now. You should just say it, man. Just let the world know truly that you ain't want this bus ass that you was about to get. It's okay. Because see, the difference between me and you, my brother, and we both kings, I'm actually a god, excuse me. I'm a god of this thing. I don't run from no situation, and age don't make no difference to me. You know what makes the difference? The work that you put in. Because it don't matter when you came out. You know what I'm saying? I know people that have been out before me that I put out more albums than them after I came out after them. It ain't got nothing to do about generation. It got everything to do with how much work you could give a motherfucker when it's time for them to get this work. I did my job and I continue to do it. Not only by significantly contributing to the culture, but anytime I needed to hand out a bus ass, it didn't matter if an elder statesman was on stage or a newer artist younger than me was on stage. None of them rules don't factor in when we all gotta get on the same stage and do what we do. What you gonna say? I ain't performing on the same lineup with this artist because he too much younger than me, so it ain't gonna be fair for me to go on and do my job because of a generational gap? No, you're gonna go up there and you're gonna still whoop his ass the best way you motherfucking know how to.
And so, and yeah, and I, I agree with, obviously we're team Buster right here. So I gotta tell. Actually, you know what? That's what's on the turntable back here. So yeah, we are a little bit biased. We're a little bit biased, but yeah, this vinyl right here. This is special blue edition Busta Rhymes. I think it's what? Yeah, Woo-Ha. Yeah. I just realized that. I'm like, oh yeah, Busta's right there. Busta's, So, in all due fairness and transparency, yes, we are team, we are biased at Team Busta, of course. But not only because, it's what he's saying. I agree with what he's saying. Look, don't make excuses. I mean, and I don't know if this is just for show, or but it seems like Busta Rhymes is a little, feels a little disrespected, and I don't blame him. I mean, like you said, just say don't make up excuse. I mean, it's a versus battle, man. Like, come on. Let's keep going.
So let's not make no excuses, King. Just tell the people you was really not ready to get this ass whooping on the world stage. That's the truth. Now, to the rest of the world, again, I'll repeat, whoever, wherever, whatever. As a matter of fact, I don't mind going up against 2 different artists in the same verses. By myself. Swiss Timberland, y'all might want to think about that. It'll be a first. Some groundbreaking shit. Anybody who wants smoke, please respond accordingly. Y'all know what to do. Extinction Level Event 2, October 30th, 2020. The prophecy will be fulfilled. Have a good evening.
And just to be clear, it's more of a, I guess if it's anything, it's more of a style differential. All right. Now that's a versus I would try to make time to watch. Like I said, we're biased around here from the golden era. So yeah, anybody.
I got my 3rd win today on iPad.
Oh, great, kid. Anyway, that's my son walking up, trying to get on the show. So the style, so I've been watching, and people, kind of, like it's 2 different styles. Obviously, I don't, in my opinion, T.I. is, as far as lyrically, he's not in the same category as Busta Rhymes, right? I think that's easy to realize, and that's fine. I mean, because I don't see T.I. like, Busta would bust that ass, I think, as he put it. Get that bust ass. I'm curious of why why Busta challenged T.I. I'm not sure. I don't know if anybody knows, like, if there's some kind of backstory there. I'm not sure, but yeah, for Shizzle, I understand why T.I. don't want to do it. I guess he don't want to look bad, but it's like, man, again, for the hip hop fans, I don't, it's like, come on, why not? Come on. Give the people what they want. But he is, now I just heard that T.I. and Jeezy are going to do a versus. Now, and that's great because they're equal. Like, kind of, both from the South, it's same type of, what did I hear Dr. Boyce Watkins say? Traponomics. He was talking about, that anyway, he was talking about traponomics. Don't get caught in the trap. But anyway, the Jeezy Ti analogy came up. Yeah, they both kind of the same type of style, right? From the South, talking about the trap shit, So again, I get it, but it ain't gotta be. That's what I'm saying. Like, why not do a Ti and a Busta? Like, that's something I'm like, oh, because literally, I mean, if you do Ti and Jeezy, that's kind of the same thing. Nothing really. That's like, I don't know. That's just okay. It's like Ti and Jeezy, like the same thing. Where a Ti and a Busta, that would be interesting. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think? That's all I'm saying. Like, make it interesting. Yeah, like Brandy and Monica. It's kind of, that was so dry. Did y'all see the Brandy and Monica? Good Lord. It was dry and it was bizarre. Everybody basically, it wasn't Brandy's fault. It was Monica. She was just, very dry. And everybody said, it seemed like she's still holding some kind of grudge. I forget, I don't know the backstory, but And then the thing with free, and then she did this free. They were talking about free. What's his face? C Murder, Master P's brother. They were talking about free C Murder and like something weird. She was doing weird stuff, and then, but the verses, she wouldn't, she just kind of sat there, right? Was being all stiff and like she didn't want to do it. So it's like, don't bother. Like, if that's what I mean, for the fans, like, why are you wasting our time? Why are you wasting our time, Monica? And and of course she took that, she jumped on that Joe Biden ad campaign and got a check from that, and that's what people were saying about the verses too. She just jumped on it to get the check because she really didn't. She acted like she didn't want to do it. So let me know what you guys think about that if you saw the Brandy Monica verses. And I think the whole verses idea sucks. I mean, the idea doesn't suck. I just think it sucks that we have to do this now. Lennox, I'm not buying you any Apex coins right now, or whatever you're talking about.
Apex coins before I punch it.
Shh, that's enough. Come on, let me finish this. I'm not buying anything right now. Come on, Lennox. I need to finish. All right. What? I'm not, Lennox. Whatever. Apex. Fortnite. He just, I guess Apex is just like Fortnite. And anyway, he just discovered Apex. Been bugging me all day about Apex points or whatever. 8 years old. Anyway. Made me lose track of what I was talking about. I think it sucks. I think it sucks that we have to do. It doesn't suck. The idea doesn't suck in and of itself. That's great. I think it sucks that we've been, we are like forced. This is what we're doing now because of, the restrictions again in place of the pandemic shutdowns, so they're forcing us to, everybody's got to be on Zoom now, everybody's got to be online, and that's cool. But I'd rather go see my favorite artists live, right? Just like I'm sure most of y'all would. It's cool that, again, that's great. Online thing, virtual, makes it more accessible. But I think it sucks that that's all we have right now, for the most part. Has anybody been to a live concert lately? Let me know. I want to say I saw a story how I forgot. But basically what they're going to start doing to make things safer is like putting people in cubicles and spacing people out. Like I have to look that up, my bad. I don't have it, just popped in my head. And again, we don't want, that's terrible. Y'all doing too much. Enough already. So what do y'all think about the verses idea? I mean, not idea again, but that's literally, if we want to see our favorite artists, we gotta. The only way we can do it is online now, which I think it sucks. I'm pretty sure most of you would agree with me. Again, versus is cool, and that's all we got right now. So we're gonna we're gonna make the most of it, but we want to get back to actually going to see our artists live, our favorite artists live. At least I would like to. Let me know what you guys think. All right, leave your thoughts in the comments. That's it, y'all. That's all I got. All right, it's your man Pearlie Q. It's the Pearlie Q podcast. All right, right here on the Court Boys Radio Show. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like, share, like button, share button. All right, follow us. Shout out to all our new Twitch followers, all 3 of them. If you're watching on Twitch, we added, I think we have 4 now. So shout out to everybody finding us on Twitch. And yeah, make sure you hit that follow button, all right? Like Buster said, we got that work. All right, we've got that work for shizzle. All right, that's it. It's your man Pearlie Q in the building. We'll see you guys in the next video.